Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Hi everybody, I'm going to tell you something. When I first got my iPhone, they told me I had a limit. And everybody else, all my sons, have these unlimited plans. And they told me it was 2 gig. Well, being an accountant, 2 didn't sound very high to me. Didn't sound like a lot. And Chris kept telling me that I'd never use that. So we have 2 of these iPhones. My wife has one and I have one. So we're both limited to 2 gig. And I'm still to this day concerned that that's not enough for what I do. Now my wife Judy, what I do with hers is I always ask her to look things up. That way if she uses her 2 gigs, she can't get mad at me.
Yes, but has Mom used her 2 gigs or come even close?
Do we want to talk about that? No.
Yes, we do.
No.
Because what has your son Chris been telling you all along?
Yeah, that I won't use it. And I put a lot of stuff on there. I have a lot of games and a lot of little sub... I can show you here. Here's what I got. I don't quite organize it like other people, just my way. I keep it where all my favorite stuff is so that when I open it, I'm there. I did learn something else about, well, someone also mentioned to me about this 2 gig. I understand maybe some of you folks that have AT&T, which I have, and I have AT&T because at the time I got mine, Sprint didn't have the iPhone. So I wanted the iPhone, so I had to go with AT&T with this 2 gig limit. And everybody else has it unlimited. But now I either heard it, read it here, or saw it on television, that now what they're doing, AT&T is doing, is if you do go over that 2 gig, they're throttling back the speed. That's the terminology they used, which doesn't quite seem fair. Unlimited to me should be unlimited. And so Sprint appears from the commercials to be trying to capitalize on that by saying there really is no limit with Sprint. And they do that little chart deal, and that's kind of cool. So maybe I should have waited until Sprint got it. But I didn't. I've also heard there's different, because when I got my iPad, you had to tell them if it was Verizon or AT&T. It was your carrier. And now they tell me, or I've heard, there's actually a difference between an iPhone that you use for AT&T and the iPhone you use for Sprint. Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of. But anyway, I'm very happy with my iPhone. Probably happier than I probably should be. I did learn a couple other things that, because my wife, she has trouble with her battery. Mine seems to last longer. I always tell her I don't get on it as much as she does. But that's not true. I get on it just as much, if not more. I do it when she's not looking. But a lot of people close everything at the bottom. And I forget the person's name, but they put me to a video that explained how the iPhone worked. And most people tell you to double click and you get this gizmo down here at the bottom, and if you hold it down, you can delete all those. Well, some people think that saves your battery. Well, come to find out from the video I watched, that's not true. And there was like 4 things he mentioned. It runs in the forefront, the background. It uses ongoing reference to the system or doesn't, i.e. like, or for example, GPS has a constant contact, so that uses those kind of things that need that constant connectivity are the ones that burn your battery. So you could turn those off, I guess, and that would make your battery last longer. But I mentioned I used to race remote control cars, and we used a rechargeable battery. It was called a quick charge battery. And I do know as that battery got older, when you charge it up, it would not last as long. That continually shrunk. And my guess is, they don't say so, but my guess is the more you charge this battery and the more you use it, that lifespan will get shorter. Now, it may be minuscule, but I think it'll get shorter. So.